God, I have the worst. And I mean absolutely worst. Like, the worst way of notifying people. Oh my god, how am I gonna do this? Like, I suppose that, and then... that. That'll work. Oh, shit. I need to fix my damn setup. That needs to go down there, and then go, like, zhoop. Oh, there is no way I'm able to, like, make that look good. Oh, there's no way to make that look good. Not at all. Oh, dear God. There we go, though. There we go. Good, good. Ugh, fuck. Ugh.
This is Blender, open source 3D software that can be used to make animations.
Well, I mean, I'll use it to... I'll use it to...
Visual effects,
Hello.
Game assets, or practically anything 3D. And best of all, it's 100% free and it...
You read the stream title right. I'm gonna be, like, effectively messing around in Blender and trying to learn it through a guide.
always will be. If you've never used it before, but you want to learn it, well,
Yeah,
then
courtesy
you're
of
in
this
the right
guy, by
place.
the way.
This is a tutorial for complete beginners. I've been using Blender for 20 years,
Is the
so I'm
audio
going to show you
on?
how to use all of its core features. And by the end, you'll finish
There
with
we
not
go.
only the confidence to start your own projects, but with your very own donut animation. And I know this looks complex, but I promise you it's achievable for a complete beginner.
Oh, really?
And I
Is
say
it?
that with confidence because many already have.
Liddy dab
This is actually the
indeed.
fourth version
Very
of this
much
tutorial.
so.
I made the first donut tutorial back in 2016, and I've been
God, I
remaking
feel
it
so
every few
dated
years
saying
to
that.
keep up with
Ugh.
Blender's development. In that time, millions of people, just like yourself, have gone from having never used 3D to successfully making their own donuts.
Well,
One
I'll
artist
be...
even snuck his into a little film called Everything Everywhere All at Once.
I'll be making a little
Very
more than
clever.
donuts.
So, if you're ready to take your first steps in 3D, hit the subscribe button and let's begin. First, go to
Oh, absolutely.
blender.org/download or just click the link in the description.
Well, I mean,
Then,
I have it on
obviously, you
Steam,
gotta
so
hit
we're
the
good.
big download
We're good.
button. Once downloaded on Windows, double-click it and then just go through the install steps. But if you're on a Mac, just drag it into the Applications folder. Then just find the Blender shortcut and open it. Then once it's open, just click anywhere off the splash screen to close it, and welcome to the wonderful world of 3D. First
Lovely.
tip, do
What the
not get
am I gonna
overwhelmed.
do?
If you go clicking around, you might find lots of buttons and some of them with very scary names, and it can all get very overwhelming very quickly. The thing you need to know is Blender can do a lot of things, which means it has a lot of tools, but you don't need to know every tool in order to do what you want to do. If you're familiar with the 80-20 rule, there's really only 20%
No, I'm not
of
gonna
Blender's
rage.
features
Don't
that
worry
you end
about
up
it.
using 80% of the time. And that's what I'm planning to teach you in this tutorial series. So stay with me and
All
you
right,
should
cool,
be fine.
cool. We should
We'll
be
start
good then.
making the donut in the next video. In this one, we're just going to look at the interface and I'm going to show you some of the basic navigation. So for starters, this view, this window right
Fuck.
here is your 3D viewport, and it's where you'll spend probably 90%
Wait, I just said I
of
wasn't
your
gonna get
time,
mad. All right,
because
wow.
it is the 3D world. So you can see that we have three objects here. We've got a camera, we've got a cube, and we've got a lamp. And when we click on it,
Fuck
you
you
can
mean
see
lamp?
it's selected
Oh.
because it has the yellow outline. So let's delete the default
Yeah,
cube,
best of luck,
course,
not gonna
and
rage,
replace
fella.
it with
All right,
something
thank you,
else.
thank
So we
you.
could do that by going up to the add menu up here, or by remembering the hotkey, which is Shift A. So Shift A for add. So usually the one you're
Oh.
looking for is underneath mesh. So these are called your primitives, and it's what you use to start something when you're looking to make an object. Like if you're going to make a chair, you might start with a cylinder as the chair leg and then build out from there.
What about a
But
cock
the
ring?
one I'm sure you're all very curious, you want to click it, it's the monkey. So let's just click the monkey. Why does Blender have a monkey?
Uh,
Well, fun fact,
okay, that
every
actually
3D
worked.
software has its own little random complex object because it's useful to test things like shaders or complexities of scenes. So 3ds Max has the Utah teapot, Houdini has the toy, and I think
Oh my god,
Pig's
look, it's
head.
me.
Blender has the monkey, and it's actually called the
Not really.
Suzanne monkey head, which you can see in the top left there, named after the orangutan from the film Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back.
You're telling me some random fucking, like, random orangutan just got its own, like, standard model in Blender. Go to fucking who for the ring tutorial? But, like, dude, a fucking monkey, like, a random film monkey got its own, like, model in Blender. I think that's kind of sick. I think that's neat. Oh, shit. It's fine. I'm sure I didn't break anything. We're good.
Random piece of trivia. So let's get a better look at it. And to that, we need to orbit, which you can do by on your mouse there, your scroll wheel. That is called your middle mouse button. If you push that
Okay,
in
that
and then
makes sense.
drag
I
around,
suppose.
that is now orbiting. Now, for my laptop users, you've just panicked because you realize you don't have a mouse. How are you going to orbit around?
Monkey.
First of all, probably a good
I'm
idea to
being
get a mouse
stupid,
for
fuck.
3D work. It will come in handy. But in a pinch,
Oh,
you can
God,
get
I'm
by
being
without
dumb.
it just by up here in the top right-hand corner, this little gray circle, anywhere in the gray section. If you just left-click, drag on that, that will do
Yeah,
the
that's what I
exact
was
same thing.
doing earlier. Okay.
Or if you want, you can go to Edit
fuck.
Preferences, and then underneath Input, there's Emulate 3-button mouse. And that means that if you hold down Alt and then left-click drag, that will do the exact same thing. Also,
whatever.
whilst you are in user
I'm fine.
preferences, you
It's
might
fine.
want to
I
go
don't
to
need to-
interface
Oh,
and you've
fuck.
got resolution scale. If you're on a 4K monitor, you might find that your menus and buttons are really small and you kind of have to like squint in to see it. So personally,
Don't
I
mind
like
the
to keep my
Gooner
4K
slaying
monitor
page
around
is-
about 1.5.
Oh,
Since it's just a tutorial, I'll make it nice and big so you can see what I mean.
I
Okay,
just
so that's
fucking
orbiting
realized.
around with the middle mouse button. If we
Oh.
want to zoom in, we can do that just by scrolling in.
Oh my fucking god, you're No, you're fine, but oh my god.
And out. We could also do it by going up to the magnifying glass tool there.
Fucking, yeah, alright, I know what you mean. Porn pub, let's just say.
Thing. Or you could hold down Control and then middle mouse button, and that will do a smooth zoom as well. Okay, so one thing you might notice
Ooh,
looking at this is that
monkey.
it's not very pretty.
I,
Right? It's just kind of got this flat, bland, gray lighting over
I am
everything. And that's because this state right now is
I'm a
called
child.
viewport shading. And it's
I
kind
am
of
an
a
absolute
lightweight,
child.
optimized way to view the scene just as you're building it. But if you want to create a final pretty image, that's called rendering. And you can actually switch into rendered mode by going up here into the top right-hand corner. You can see we're currently in the viewport shading mode. If we go 2 across, you should see rendered view mode. So if we click that,
Oh fuck, what did I miss? Fuck.
it's kind of got this flat,
I'm
bland,
panicking
gray
already.
lighting over everything. And that's because this state right now is called viewport shading. And it's kind of a lightweight, optimized way to view the scene just as you're building it. But if you want to create a final pretty image, that's called rendering. And you can actually switch into rendered mode by going up here into the top right-hand corner. You can see we're currently in the viewport shading mode. If we go 2 across, you should see rendered view mode. So if we click that, your computer might stall for a quick second whilst it loads it
I
in.
did not see that. Hold up. The good old orange and black hub? Yeah, okay. Hold on, I gotta full screen this. I won't be able to see chat for a bit.
In the viewport shading mode, if we go here, that's called rendering. And you can actually switch into rendered mode by going up here into the top right-hand corner. You can see we're currently in the viewport shading mode. If we go 2 across, you should see rendered view mode. So if we click that, your computer might stall for a quick second
Oh
whilst
no,
it
my
loads
computer's
it
gonna
in.
light on
You
fire.
can see it's now different. We have directional light. We have shadow cast across the monkey. So it's now
So my PC is currently alright, there we go. It's fine. It's fine. It felt like
currently
taking
being
off.
lit by this lamp up here. So if I wanted to, zoom in on that lamp,
not
then
gonna
just kind
go
of like
to
move it around,
fucking-
you can see it's kind of hard to focus on. Like it's always exactly not in the right view. And that's because we are centered on our monkey right now. We need to change the focus. We need to pan to something else. So we could do that one of two ways. One, if you're on a laptop, you could use the little move tool there. That will do that. Or everyone else, shift, middle mouse click, drag, that will do the same thing. So middle mouse is for orbiting, shift middle mouse is for pan to change your view to something else. Okay, so I want to move my light because it's too moody. I want to be able to see the monkey's face there. So to move an object, you could do it one of two ways. One, you could go over to the left-hand corner here and you've got the move tool. When you click that, you can see that the selected object, the lamp, has this gizmo, it's called, with these axes on it. And if I just clicked and dragged on any of those arrows there, you can see I can move it along any of those axes. I could also just click on that white circle there, and that will just freehand drag it depending on my view. But it's kind of tedious. Every time you want to move something, you have to like go to that tool and then find the arrows and yada yada. So actually, most people in Blender prefer to use the hotkeys. So we just keep it in the default selection state here, and instead remember the hotkey, which is G for grab. Now,
it's a nightmare? Okay.
The key, and you'll notice as I move my cursor that it's now attached to my cursor. It's not, my cursor isn't even actually close to it. In fact, my cursor could be on the other side of the screen, and I could tap G, and
I guess that just locks the...
And at first, this is kind of awkward. You're like, why is it working this way? But once you get used to it, you realize it's actually handy because you don't have to spend all this time,
I won't. I should be fine. I'm mainly just panicking.
Your cursor could be over here, and then just tap it, and you're moving it. So whilst you're in this move state, if you want to cancel a movement, you can do it one of two ways. You can just hit escape, or you can right-click. Then if you want to confirm a movement, like say I want to move my lamp here and I like the movement, I could just do a single left click.
Okay, I'm fine.
So again, if I want to cancel something, just right click. If I want to confirm the movement, left click. But let's say I wanted to move it along an axis. Like, you know, I like these arrows here and I want to be able to move it on just a specific axis. Well, I can do that whilst I'm in that grab state as well. So after I have hit the G key to grab it, I can then tap the letter of the axis that I want to move it on. So if you don't know, in the real world and in the 3D software, there are three axes because there's three dimensions. There's the X axis, which I can move by hitting the X key. The Y axis to move it back and forth along the Y axis with the Y key, or the Z axis.
I'm sure this laughter will turn to crying eventually.
The Z
I'm sure it will.
So you can remember those letters, the X, Y, and Z. Or the method that I actually prefer to use is whilst you're in that G state, if you just hold down the middle mouse button and then pull out, you can see you get this like gray line that pulls out from the center. And then if you just drag out and move around, it will snap it to the nearest axes, which again is maybe an odd way to work, but it's actually
simply
really
a matter of time.
I agree. You don't have to think of the letter and locate it on your keyboard. I can
real quick. I want to point out this because I just noticed it, but like hold up, select G. All right, there we go. Like if you hold down middle mouse like this and you just like go one way incredibly like far, if you look closely, your fucking like mouse cursor like loops back and around on the screen and shit, and it works with like all the fucking directions. Also, I'm sorry if this is like too much swearing for like a basic thing, but yeah, I'm sorry. I found it cool. Okay, you know what? You can
just tap G to move it, and then middle mouse drag out, and then just
find
that exact axis
I'm just a little autistic, I swear.
And so it's very fast to just quickly move the lamp exactly where I want it. By the way, if you're finding it hard to remember all of the keyboard shortcuts that I've mentioned, I've actually put together a PDF, a cheat sheet of Blender's most common hotkeys.
Yeah, I'll probably be downloading that after
stream. Clicking the link in the description, so you could print it out, or you could just have it on a separate monitor while you work. Also, if you are from another 3D software package,
running deep indeed.
Hotkeys are...
The tism is so deep inside me, it made your dad jealous. Make of that what you will.
I used to. So if you actually go to preferences, just for those people that are from other softwares, if you change the key map to industry compatible, you'll find that these shortcuts are probably more in line with what you remember from other software.
I don't remember anything from any softwares.
Just for the industry compatible key maps that somebody else put together. I've got nothing to do with it, but I'll put that link there so you can check it out.
Damn right, it's accurate.
For the rest of this tutorial series, I'm going to use Blender's hotkeys. Just keep that in mind.
All right, cool.
Now let's say,
I don't have to worry about my hotkeys.
moving around here, I'm like, oh, this looks really good. I've got some nice nice Rembrandt lighting across the monkey's face. I want to take a photo. I want to take a nice, pretty image of this and post it on socials for clout.
I will
right?
post this.
Well, I could take a screenshot
on my socials,
but that would be silly because it's got all these lines all over.
I will.
Noisy, right?
I will be posting
this. The way
this.
you take a photo, a pretty image in Blender, is to do a render. So you can do that one of two ways: by going up to render and hitting render image, or remembering the hotkey which says next to it F12.
Okay,
so when you do that, a little window will pop up. It will use your CPU or GPU, depending on which renderer you've got active, and it will render out a pretty image. And from here, you could go image and then save as, and that'll save it as a PNG or whatever, wherever you want to save it. But you might notice looking at this that this is actually a different view than what we have here, right? So here I've got a nice view of the monkey's face, but there was a different view. And the reason for that is when you do a render, it's not rendering from the view that you're looking at currently. It's always going to render from the point of view of the camera. So this is our camera over here, and it's looking from this angle. And we can actually look through the camera by just clicking the little camera icon there, or by remembering the hotkey, which is number pad 0.
Oh, wait, what?
So how do we move the camera? Well, Blender's a little awkward, maybe a little different to other software packages, but you're supposed to hit G to move it, and then middle mouse.
Yeah, no,
to
it
zoom
does
in and
have
out.
the opportunity to use Alt F4, but
X, I guess G and then X. You could do that.
I feel like this guy's a bit too nice to do that.
Especially those from other software packages, is if you've got your camera selected, which, by the way, I haven't mentioned this, but up here, this is your outliner. It's kind of an inventory.
So what you're going to do is close Blender, open up Day-C, and press the F11 key. Okay, bye.
N is to bring up the properties, N for properties, for whatever reason. And then go to View.
Fuck, I missed that. I'm a bit stupid.
Got your camera selected, which, by the way, I haven't mentioned this, but up here, this is your outliner. It's kind of an inventory of every item that you've got in your scene. Okay, so with the camera there selected, if I hit N, N is to bring up the property.
Uh-oh.
For whatever reason.
I wasn't even tabbed into fucking Blender. Okay. N. Alright, we're good. Okay, we're good.
To View, there's a little box there that just says Lock to Camera to View. So now, with that active, if I just use the same keyboard shortcuts as before, middle mouse button to orbit.
Fuck, I'm stupid. Okay.
Hit N. N is to bring up the properties, N for properties, for whatever reason. And then go to View. There's a little box there that just says Lock to Camera to View. So now, with that active, if I just use the same keyboard shortcuts as before, middle mouse button to orbit around, shift middle mouse to drag it, you can see that the camera is moving with it. So essentially the view, I can set it up exactly as I want, then hit N again, and then I can disable that. And then now as I pull out, you can see that the camera...
You'll return eventually. Phone calls, you're not going to miss much. I'm going to be real, you might miss a bit. I'm going to be real. I'm going to get through like 2 of these today. Also, do any of you remember how to like pan or something? What is it, like shift click? Alright, yeah, there we go. Never mind, I figured it out. We're good.
Will stay exactly where it was, and I could do a lovely, pretty render. But this is too simple. If we post this on the internet, people are bound to make fun of us. Imagine that. Well, we could give
Don't
it
worry,
some
I'm used
color,
to it.
Right? So, with our monkey head selected, we can go over to here to the properties. So this properties section is where you might spend the other, I don't know, another 5 to 8%.
And now if I pull out tutorial guy,
another 5% of your time.
And now if I pull out, I won't get her pregnant. All right, is that the joke you wanted me to make? If I pull out, there is no risk of boy pregnancy. The fuck did he say? Color or some shit? Hold up.
In this section, but it's where all of the properties for things are in place. So, for example, you've got like the render properties, like
don't clip that
of
noise
the
I just
image
made.
that you're saving something as is defined there. And some of these properties will stay here no matter what is selected, but others are selection dependent. So you can see actually if I click the camera there, you can see I get a little camera tab at the bottom there. But if I select my monkey, you'll see the camera tab disappears. But instead I have some other ones that appear. So one that we might want to change is underneath material.
Ooh,
And this
material.
will enable us to add a material, change the color to something else, essentially. So underneath here, where it's got
I ain't forced nothing. The fault lies entirely with me. Oh, okay. Alright, you can, um, uh, nah. Nah.
new, I'm just going to hit new. And then you've got a bunch of options. Very confused. Ooh,
My computer is kind of like frying itself real quick. Oh. Oh, shit. Um, I almost just crashed my PC. Um, ah. So what color do we want to make the monkey? I, what color are you guys thinking for the monkey?
subsurface. Again, don't worry about it. We'll get to all
Okay,
of that later
okay,
on.
I'm not
The
gonna
one
worry
that
about
defines the color is the base color. So if I do a single left click on that white box there,
Yeah,
I can then change this
my
color to
PC
whatever I
may
want.
have
I
bloated.
could make it an odd, creepy, skin toned.
Yeah, my PC might have imploded and lagged the fucking stream. That's kind of bad. Maybe I shouldn't multi-stream. Maybe I should just keep my streams to YouTube. That's what I'm thinking until I get a better PC. Cause like, or at least while I'm running Blender. You know what? I think I'll make Blender streams like YouTube exclusive. That sound alright with you guys? Like YouTube is my only place where I actually get like a chat moving anyway. So you know. But yeah, no, I don't want my computer to upload it. That sounds good. All right, thanks, Will. Yeah, okay, okay. All right, cool. In that case, I will cease the kick stream, I suppose. Cause I don't know. I wanted to multi-stream. Cause like, why not? Right? Right? Like, why not? I suppose.
That sounds good. All right, thanks, Will.
I suppose I wanted to. In that case, I will. Hold on. How do I fucking do this? Like dead ass, to be real, I like actually only I don't get anyone actually fucking chatting in my fucking Kick streams, goddammit. Well, if there is anyone viewing on Kick, I am incredibly sorry, but this is to keep my computer from borking itself. So yeah. How the fuck do I stop this on Kick? Goddamn, I don't want to like. Fucking shit. Alright, you know what? You know what I'm gonna do? There. Oh, no, it's still gonna be streaming. Fuck. I actually need to go into, like, OBS. Hold on. Hold on. This may or may not, uh... may or may not, fucking... Alright, now we're going with, multi fucking streaming. Okay. Fuck. Fuck. Damn it. How do I, like, fucking... How... What do? How do? Uh, is it that? Uh... Fucking... I am so sorry, but you're gonna listen to me, like, struggle with this for a while, I suppose. I am incredibly sorry. So many potential clips? What do you mean? It got hyped up and now it's just how it is now. I mean, to be fair, It's just like another platform I could potentially use. Like, full on. I don't really think much of it, personally. Outside of it just being, well, another site to host on, I suppose. Okay, so stream may cut out for a bit. I promise it won't be for long. No, not that. It's fucking, what the fuck is it? Edit, um, uh, you know what? It's fine. I can edit this later. We're fine. We're fine. I don't need to. We're good. You know what? I've decided I can do that later, and I will risk my PC burning my face off. I have decided I can do that later. It's fine. We're good. We're good. So, would you mind going on about how that's a clip farm?
Monkey head, right? Like that.
Like
and do a render. Okay, so hey, all right.
What do
it's
you
better,
mean? There's
but still, it's too
an
simple.
inevitable
I think people will
clips
think
channel.
we haven't put enough
What do you
effort
mean?
into this masterpiece.
What?
So let's add another object. Let's give the monkey a hat.
I'm gonna just make it purple like me. There we go. That's me purple. That is me purple. We're good.
So if we want to add another object, how do we do it? Well, we could go to the Add menu, like I mentioned before.
Or
the
what is it? Shift
hotkey,
A?
Shift A. So what sort of hat do we want to add? We could do a boxy hat. Let's do a party hat with a cone. So once we've added that object, you can see it's just plopped it straight in the center, intersecting our monkey. So we need to move it. We could move it, and we could grab it with the G key. So it's now moving it just on our cursor there. I don't want to move it just freehand though, because I like the position, but I just want to move it up. So I'm going to hit Z to move it along the Z axis. Right, I like it there. So once I like the placement, I'm just going to do a single left click. Okay, great. But too big. See, we need to learn another tool, which is scale. So we could go to the scale tool there, and then we get this familiar little axes there. But again, most people prefer to remember the hotkey, which for scale is just S. So S to scale. So resizing that. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's move it down again. So G and Z. Okay. All right, but yeah, let's say we want to make it a little taller. Okay, so we could scale it along just the Z axis. So S and then Z, whoops, S, Z, there we go. And it's now making it a tall party hat. Scale it down. There we go. Look at that. Be a very bland party if it's gray though. So let's give it another material.
I'm fine.
An exciting color. A vibrant aqua color. Why not? Give that a render by hitting F12. Okay. You want to save it. But you might notice looking at this that this is actually a different view. Use the same keyboard shortcuts as before, middle. So underneath here where it's got new intersecting our monkey along the Z axis. Right, I like it there. So once I like the placement, G, and then middle mouse, just roughly there. Once, as I said, it's a little awkward.
Not dying in the slightest. Yeah, no, I'm not on the verge of tears.
With the camera.
I'm fine.
But anyway,
I'm fine.
Just move that out, and then I gotta rotate it. All right, so I'm gonna rotate. So with the camera selected, tap R, then middle mouse, and it's now kind of like freehand rotating around. So I'll just move it up slightly. There we go. Okay, this is just the full around section.
Fine.
So don't worry
not,
if you're making mistakes. We'll get to actual practical building stuff in the next part. I'm just trying to find ways to throw in these like fundamental tools. Rotate, right? The monkey's head is just. He needs to look dead on the camera, and currently he's off.
Damn it.
Give that a render by hitting F12. Look at that. Be a very bland party.
That was farther than I was in.
Material. An exciting color.
Where the fuck is that? Hold on. Where is that? Where's? Oh. Wait. Just this? I, oh, oh. I, I hope you guys understand, but I don't know if I want to risk adding a color to the fucking, thing. I hope you guys understand, but, you know, I don't want to risk,
LAN party if it's
blowing
grey.
up
So
my
let's
damn
give it another
PC
material.
again.
An exciting color, a vibrant aqua
Don't click that.
color. Why not?
Don't.
Give that a render by hitting F12. Okay. Camera is in the wrong position, so let's go to camera view mode with number pad 0. I'm going to select my camera, and rather than dabbling with that little thing I had before, I'm going to hit G, and then middle mouse, just tap it once. As I said, it's a little awkward, Blender's the way it handles with the camera. But anyway, just move that out, and then I got to rotate it. All right, so I'm going to rotate. So with the camera selected, tap R, then middle mouse, and it's now kind of like freehand rotating around. So I'll just move it up slightly. There we go. Okay, this is just a fool around session, so don't worry if you're making mistakes. We'll get to actual practical building stuff in the next part. I'm just trying to find ways to throw in these like fundamental
what about
tools.
his Femboy?
Rotate.
Profile
Right?
pic.
The monkey's head is just, he needs to look dead on at the camera, and currently he's off. What an excuse to use the rotate tool. So you could enable the rotate tool, right? The familiar axes there. You could click and rotate it around like that. Again, most people prefer to remember the hotkey, which is R to rotate, right? So it's now just freehand rotating on my cursor. Remember the axes, as I mentioned before, can be used for any mode. So the X-axis will rotate it back and forth. What do you mean
his profile pic is weird?
Tilt it, or Z, there we go, to turn it towards the camera.
Y'all like the rotation I got the monkey at?
F12. And we've done it. Let's save it. Let's upload it to ArtStation, and then just wait for the recruiters, essentially. All right, let's start a new scene.
Hell fucking yeah. Let's wait for the recruiters. I did not mean to do that. Fuck. Oh shit. So real quick, I may or may not have like actually just closed every single fucking tab by pressing F12. Fuck. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. I'm back. I can view chat now.
This is Blender.
Oh, good God. Oh, my PC. Fuck. The com isn't that obvious. Plus, it plays your... wait, huh? The com? Alright, I gotta fucking pull this up on my phone. Hold up. I gotta. Oh my fucking God. Oh my God. Okay, I just looked at your profile pic. Huh. You know what? Good job getting away with that. Good fucking job. I'm proud of you. Good job, man. Hell yeah. I'm for it. Anyway, this is the monkey I will be also posting on my Instagram later. In a bit. There we go, mobkit. So, just real quick, I take it y'all might be enjoying the stream. So, you know, Friday. Like, I will 100% do this again on Friday. Just because I don't feel like I did enough today.
Or Z, there we go, to turn it towards the camera. Just a little bit, right? And there you go, F12. And we've done it. Let's save it. Let's upload it to ArtStation, and then just wait for the recruiters, essentially. All right, let's start a new scene so that we can get ready for part 2, where we're going to actually start building our donut and learning some of the more cool features of Blender. So click here, and I will see you in part 2.
Wait, how the fuck do I start a new scene? My
can
dumb.
actually start building new. Just wait for the recruiters.
How do I do that?
essentially. All right, let's start a new scene so that we
layout.
can get ready for part 2, where we're going to actually start building our donut.
Fucking shit. I may be stupid. Hold on, how the fuck do I... Oh, what the fuck? Is it... Oh, what the
So that we can get for the recruits. Let's upload it to ArtStation and then just wait for the recruiters, essentially. All right, let's start a new scene so that we can get ready for part 2, where we're going to actually start building our donut and learning more.
There we go, we're good. Friday it is, I'll just watch you from afar with binoculars in the corner on a dark room on a TV. That sounds fucking amazing. But yeah, no, unfortunately, I do have a job to get to tomorrow, which sucks, because, you know, I'd rather be streaming for, like, hours on end. And I guess giving you guys more audio clips, I suppose. There will probably be, like, a highlight reel, I suppose, for this. You know what I mean? But until then, I'm gonna actually have to go shower, fuck. And, like, fucking pass out, even though it's only 8 p.m. See you later? Alright, alright.